What's up, guys? Johnny Tacos here with another exciting and informative episode of the Johnny Taco Show. Today we have Last Hope. And Last Hope is all the way from New Mexico, which is what? Not even a state away. We actually touch borders, but I'm like still 6 hours away from them. Um, just want to, before we get to the show, I want to let you know that Christmas is coming, and yes, I have decided to bring some guests over from the year to have a live Christmas special. And you're thinking, where will this live Christmas special be? It could be here on YouTube. It could be on Facebook. You know what? I'll probably do all three. We'll even do a TikTok live. We'll have past guests on. We'll have some drop-ins. We'll do a little crank call on a couple of the band members and have them on the spot answers of what they believe Christmas is all about. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We'll have Christmas music. We'll have a lot of different festivities. We might give some giveaways. Yes, yes, I said giveaways. It is the season of giving, and I felt like giving. So you know what? You'll probably get a headache from me. That'll be the present that keeps on giving, or the gift that keeps on giving. I don't know. I forgot to take my medicine today, so I might be all over the place. But just to let you know that Christmas, the season, and even though it is a great holiday of family get-togethers through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, it is also a number one. There is a number one cause of depression, suicide in those seasons because it's so for some people they don't have a family or friends or anything to really bring them out of that Christmas spirit. So if you know anybody that is, going through a life event, just go out to them, talk to them, just keep them in your thoughts, your prayers. Um, Invite them over to eat. Just do what you can because I know that the holidays can be stressful. And believe me, having six kids, it is very, very stressful. Just wanted to make awareness of that because I see it ongoing and it's just keeps on increasing over the years. All right. Um, Other than that, we do have the hard word after the show, after the interview. You'll have Christopher Johnson from the Hard Look band giving the hard word, and today's hard word is hope. How can you have hope in this world with so much that's going on? So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And you know what? Let's get enough of this announcements. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the show. We have Stacy and Andrew all the way from New Mexico and their band Last Hope. Hey guys, how are y'all doing today?
Doing really good.
Doing
How are
pretty
you?
good.
Looks like y'all having a good day outside and nice weather.
Oh yeah, it's nice out. It's not too hot. Sun's out, so can't complain.
Hey, you know what? I would like to have the show out there, but outside, but it's too much construction happening at my
Ah, yeah.
city, so we're stuck in the taco lounge. Yeah. But well, tell us a little something about y'all. I know you are the singer and you are the
So
guitarist.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's the insane guitarist. I can't do any of the stuff he does. I just play rhythm guitar for that. It doesn't go past that. But I lead it as far as writing all the lyrics. That's on me. And then I do the singing and stuff too. Like the piano pieces that you hear, that's all me as well.
And you, Andrew, I know you like.
I mainly do just guitar, the lead solos, stuff like that. Um, some of the lines during like choruses, just like a fill line. Uh, but I've been playing for since I was 10, 11 in there. Um, and it's been about 24, 25 years almost. Long
Wow.
time.
Hey, not as long as me. I might look young, but I'm almost 50. So yes,
Definitely don't look it.
yes, it's the it's the power of good of my genes, I guess. I don't know.
There you go. There you go.
So y'all are a married power couple.
Yep.
How long y'all been married?
We have been married for 13 years, creeping up on 14 now. And we've
And
got 3 kids,
uh-huh.
and
Wow.
they're all rambunctious as all get out just because they can be.
Well, kids are a way to either get you gray hairs or make you feel young. You take that you,
I
you
agree with
take
that.
whichever direction you
I
go.
think it's been both.
I got some gray hairs.
Just a few, huh?
Yeah.
So, besides being married, did y'all have bands before y'all decided to make this
Off and
community?
on over the years, yeah. For me, this was before I even met Andrew. I led a youth band for one of the churches down here in one of the smaller towns. I did that for a few years, and then that was actually at the church where we had met, because him and his family started going there, and we knew each other for probably like a good year before we even actually started talking and started showing that interest in each other, you know.
And with that, I've seen so many awesome couples that have that foundation when they meet at church. So,
Mhm.
yeah, you have that the word of God just to bring that nice slab of cement on your
Mhm.
house so it doesn't falter. Uh,
Exactly.
with that, how did you decide to make the band? I know that being married and then also having a band, 24 hours a day, it gets a little
Yeah.
crazy, right? With the
Oh yeah, there's certain
creation.
days where it's like there's not enough hours in the day, but we would play for churches off and on over the years here and there, and would always write music just to write. And we started talking, it's been a little over a year now since we started doing this, and we're like, this is something we've always wanted to do. We just never really tried to pursue it in this way. And so it was more just, oh, this church needs some people to come and play, so we'll go help them out for a while, or we'll go over here, help them out for a while. And so we were kind of just going wherever we were needed as far as helping to lead worship services and things like that, just around the county and things like that. And then I finally looked at Andrew one day and I was like, I really want to try to do this because for me, it's always been on my heart to put that music out there because all the music I write is based off of life experience and what God's done in my life and the things that I've been through that He's pulled me out of. And it's like, if God can help me with that and give me those words to be able to help me heal, what can He do if I were to put that music out there for other people to be able to hear? And so we're like, you know what? Let's just put it out there and see what happens, you know?
And have you had any feedback coming to you?
A little bit here and there. There's been several people that like follow me on Instagram and stuff. A lot of them are like, just keep going because what you're doing is helping me and things like that. The other day, I had one guy tell me, he said, if I had heard music like this when I was younger, as a teenager, coming into adulthood, I would have treated women a lot better than what I did when they were, I guess dating and things like that. He didn't get too specific, but that was the impression that I got.
Yeah. And with any good artist, the best thing to do is to write what you know
Mhm.
and write how you feel, and
Yep.
and that gives a good recipe for like a perfect song.
Yeah.
So with music, because music's a big part of y'all's lives.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Um, who are some of the bands that kind of inspired you to have Last Hope?
Oh goodness. There's For me, there's quite a few. Disciple would be one. Skillet is another one. Um, 3 Days Grace, Saint Sonia. So a mix of secular and Christian, honestly.
Breaking Benjamin.
Brad Breaking Benjamin's another one.
Yeah, Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace, they kind of go together since they tour together most of the
Yeah,
time.
that's
So,
true.
Yeah.
um, with bands like that that kind of resonate, you have secular music and you have Christian music,
Mhm.
Mhm.
which it's kind of sad that you have to split it out to
Yeah,
uh, to kind of give people a rough um, rough feel of what music inspires you.
yeah.
Uh, does your music? Do you think your music kind of bridges that gap?
That's one thing that I've always honestly wanted to try to do, just because to me, music is music. It shouldn't necessarily have to be segregated like that as far as secular and Christian, because I see a lot of people that, oh, I'll never listen to Christian music just because it has that Christian label on it. It's like, why not? It's
Yep.
there's so many good, wonderful Christian bands out there that's like, just give it a chance. And so I've actually seen it where certain people they'll listen to it and they're that's a Christian band, like some of the heavy metal ones and things like that, like Demon Hunter and whatnot. And they get into it and they're like, I didn't know Christian music could be this way. They're thinking it's just like the old school Baptist hymns and things like that. It's like, oh no, we know how to have fun with music. And then there's the secular side where it's like, no, obviously it's not necessarily worshipful. It's not necessarily about God and things like that, but there's a lot of good secular songs that can actually bring somebody some kind of healing too.
Yeah,
And
which is Breaking Benjamin. I've
exactly,
listened to a lot of their music, and it might not be labeled as Christian,
exactly,
but it still has that heart and soul. And if you really dig deep into it, you can turn really any secular song that has
absolutely.
that kind of heartfelt kind of feel towards worship music to the
Mhm.
Lord.
Exactly.
And when you were saying that music is healing towards you,
Mhm.
and you felt like you wanted to write up how you felt and all that, so other people can heal as well. Was your childhood, were you a Christian through your childhood, or did you have some issues through there?
So, my childhood, I was born and raised into a Christian family, which I'm very fortunate for, you know. But just life in general just knew how to smack me upside down and this way and that, and it was not easy. My mother passed away when I was 14. She had gotten really sick and she did not make it through it. And so I had to watch her go from a strong Christian woman to completely bedbound and paralyzed. And at that age, when I needed her the most, it was a really difficult thing to go to. In fact, one of the songs that I'd written is about that. Darkness Falls Tonight is one that I had written all those years ago when she had passed away. That was my way of getting through that, through my own grief when she died.
And with that, was that kind of like um a healing mechanism for you? Did you feel like when if you wrote it down, it would help you?
Yeah, exactly. So for me, it was taking the time to write down what was going on, what I was feeling, and just what all I was going through. Because in my head, it's like my world is over, because while me and my mother didn't always get along, we were also best friends at the same time. And she homeschooled us. I mean, I'd never set foot in a public school for the most part, as far as any traditional learning. She homeschooled us from start to finish, so to speak. And then when she died, is like, what do I do now? My mother's not here. Yes, I've got my dad, I've got my brothers, some grandparents still, and things like that. But I felt very alone for a long time. And I watched certain other family members get angry towards God, and it's like, yeah, there were times I got angry, and that it's like, I prayed for 6 months for her to get out of this, for her to get through it, and I did everything I could, and it's like it wasn't enough,
So
you
it
know.
kind of shaked your faith a little bit, right?
Absolutely, it
And
absolutely did. But I never could bring myself to like, because I've seen other people, unfortunately, where they cut all lines of communication with God, and I could never bring myself to do that because of the faith that she instilled in me. I could never turn my back on him in that way. And so even when I was angry, wanting to completely cuss him out and rip his head off because it got that bad, I never stopped talking to him.
Yeah, because you do have a season of mourning. You know, God
Exactly.
says it. There's a season of mourning.
Hmm.
With that and your faith, still holding on to your faith,
Yes,
but you can still be mad. You know,
exactly.
there Job was mad. You know,
And he had more right to be than I did, you know.
you know, you can be mad.
Exactly. And I think people forget that sometimes. It's like, God gave us these emotions. If you're angry with him, you can tell him he can handle it. I
Yeah,
promise.
I'm pretty sure that your little temper tantrum, you know, is nothing but a a
Exactly.
grain of dirt passing through them. You know, then
Exactly. Exactly.
uh, with that, you know, you've learned to heal by
Mhm.
writing music.
Yeah.
Um, Andrew, how did you proclaim your faith? Have you always been in the church as well?
So growing up, my dad was a pastor, so I've been in church for
Ever.
forever, yes. Um, and when I got into music, that's when I started playing. At first, I only knew a few chords, so they were like, "Oh, hey, why don't you come and why don't you come and play with us?" And so I just took my acoustic guitar and started learning that way. Um, nothing nothing too crazy with that, but there were some ups and downs, and there were times, I'm questioning and I had to re-examine, go back and study and uh and I found a lot of answers that I was like, wow. Like you can find anything in the Bible. You just gotta look. Um, but we grew up in a military family. I lived in North Dakota, Germany, the Netherlands, and then Vegas, and this was the last base my dad was stationed. So
Yeah, because your dad retired here at Kirtland Air Force Base.
yeah.
Yeah, I was saying your accent kind of sounded northern a little bit. You know,
Uh,
like on Ferris Bueller's. He's a righteous dude.
It's a
I'm
good
from Texas, so everybody's always telling me why don't you say y'all a lot? And
one.
y'all.
uh, I was like,
But
well,
when I was younger, my brother and sister, I seen them they were up there getting baptized, and I was like, I want to get baptized. I want to do that. I always carried a Bible around with me. I was always wanting to talk about and learn and read. One of the programs that they had at one of the churches was Juana's back then. Um, really enjoyed it, and I would memorize as much as I could and try to learn as much as I could. Um, so yeah, no, and that's
so you were a holy nerd, right? A Bible
yeah.
nerd? Or is that what they call them? Bible nerds?
Bible nerd.
Not
Yeah.
a thumper, but a
Nope.
Bible
No.
nerd. It's awesome to want to learn more because there's so much in that book that in between the words there's more of an explanation. There's like so many secrets that are in that Bible that you can open up and just help you day through day. I remember people saying, "Hey, there's not a instruction manual for life." I go, "Yeah, it is. It's right here.
Absolutely.
It's the Bible. It's made of many different books. You know, you have your history books, you have your poetry,
Mhm.
You have your laws, you know.
Mhm.
With that, having this band, has it given you a more direct life to want to go out and disciple?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's that drive to just want to get out there and, you know, talk to whoever needs to be talked to or whoever's searching and seeking.
And do you have any plans to have a full band, with
We would like
drums?
to. We would
Yeah,
definitely like
definitely.
to. I mean, because, well, yes, I know how to play all the instruments. I can't play them all live at once. It just doesn't
Yeah.
work out that way. But to be able to have that full band, every position covered would be amazing. It really would. And that is definitely something we would like to achieve at some point.
Yeah, because once you get that full band, then you're able to go further than
Exactly.
your area that you're at. Uh,
Exactly.
when you go out and perform at churches, you're like the traveling nurse of musicians, a traveling musician. What is
Right.
that band called? The Traveling Wilburys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, so you go through there. Do you ask uh, some of the worship team if they can play background instruments, or do you pretty much y'all
So
too?
far the places we've gone to play is that's the whole reason we've gone to play is because they don't have any musicians there at
Yeah.
all. And so it's kind of those things of, hey, can you guys come down and do some stuff for us? And because we don't have anybody at all right now. And so that's really where that's been at. So we haven't really had the opportunity to do that as far as asking others to, hey, why don't you join in and help us out?
And with that, have you reached out to drummers or?
So far, no, because a lot of the ones that we know, they're pretty well settled where they need to be as far as where they're currently serving and helping out with worship teams or even other bands and stuff like that. And so I think it's gonna, at least what I feel like God's been putting on my heart, it's gonna end up being somebody that isn't currently involved in something or they just have that desire to go ahead and take on a second project like that.
Mhm.
And you know that God provides.
Of
I've
course.
seen bands form through just bumping into each other at a concert
Yep,
or just
exactly.
at a worship camp.
Hmm.
I've seen so many people just by God's grace form awesome bands that come out, and just rock and melt faces while they're at it. So, um, so do you have some music? You have a YouTube channel. Um, do you have any? Are they on Spotify or
Not
Apple?
yet. We haven't been able to put them out on there yet, but we have plans to start doing that probably after the first of the year at some point.
Yeah.
So that way we can start getting it out on other platforms and places where people do go find music. So,
And do you edit your music and produce it?
yep, right now we're doing it all on our own at the moment. So,
Wow, very, very multi-talented. You weren't
I
lying.
try.
So, I know that we're getting closer to the to the wrapping up here, but I'm really curious. How did you juggle your music and taking care of the kids? Are the kids itty bitty or?
Um, a couple of them. So our oldest son, he is 11, and then we have a 4-year-old little girl and a 2-year-old boy. So
Wow.
it's kind of just whoever can do whatever, go do it kind of thing. And I homeschool my oldest one, so he's here with me a lot and he helps a lot with the two little ones. And so sometimes if I need to, hey, I really need to sit down and record this before I forget it, he'll watch the other two while I go take 10 minutes and go get that done.
And is he musically talented as well?
He's interested, definitely. He's wanting to learn to play the bass, so I've been trying to teach him that. And so at some point, he might end up being one of the ones to come in and take on that position in the band.
The Partridge Family.
Right?
Yeah. Uh, but like you said, you're gonna have some music. Hopefully, we'll get the jam out to it. I need some more workout music
There you
uh,
go.
to for the beginning of this year, and you
Mhm.
please let me know when you have them pushed out, and I'll share it on my page for it. I'm
Awesome.
really excited um, about what's going on with y'all, and can't wait to see y'all have a full band and come tour through Texas.
Hey, that sounds like fun
We're
to me.
neighbors. We're neighbors.
I
So
know, we're neighbors.
y'all just an hour behind.
Right?
That's
It's
all.
weird, isn't it?
But yeah, I want to thank y'all for taking the time to come out.
Absolutely.
I'll throw y'all some. That's how we met. I was like, you put a band out there. It's like, well, have you heard this band?
I
So,
know.
so we'll continue. We'll continue pushing out here. Try this band. Check this band out.
Hey,
You'll be my
sounds good to me.
my band tester.
There we go. That'll work. I can do that.
Well, thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Andrew, for
Thank you.
being on the show. It's an honor to meet y'all, and I can't wait to, like I said, I can't wait to see more
Yeah,
stuff coming from you, and keep pouring out the YouTube stuff.
absolutely.
Keep singing, and keep playing the guitar, and just keep pushing. The seeds out there and planting them.
Absolutely.
All right.
Definitely.
Well, like I said. I have Chris Johnson coming on here. We're going to talk about hope. And do you have hope, or how can you have this hope when this world is acting this way? God is here. God has always been here, even through the hard times, even through the pain, the loss. You're just going through a season, and with that season it harden it can either harden you or bring you closer to God, and just hold tight to know that God is with you through everything, and he's guiding you, and just you have to stop, take a breath, and listen, because he loves to talk, and he's talking to you right now. All right, here it is. Chris Johnson, take it over. If you like this episode and you want to hear more, please like and subscribe to get the latest and the greatest from the Johnny Taco Show.